So I welcome you all in the second session of today's program. And my voice is clear? It's okay?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So in the second session, mainly we will for the those learner-centric sessions, and here we have this is the first time we are going to organize one projects preparation, how to students can project preparations and can do something idea, getting some idea, having project preparation. So project preparation is important because here from we can get some innovative idea of as you our first session also have lot of things like science, technology, and innovation. Three word has come. So basically, the one we call the experiential learning component. So in higher education and also in school education, this has been introduced the experiential learning component. So experiential learning component you have learn from by doing. That is the simple thing. But however, those who today's we have choose four learners who have already have done some work on how to collect data or how to do some research or some some work they have done already. One of our learner have submitted the project proposal facing viva, and that is the thing. So these sessions is mainly help all of you to preparation the project. Now today's in this session we have four presenter. Call the names. Tribeni Gogoi is our first presenter, then Bhaskar Sheikha is the second presenter, Asif Ahmed Hajar the third, and Dr. Jignesh Prasad. So these are the four presenter we have. And I first call Tribeni, please come up.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I introduced Tribeni to others, to our others learners, because basically all are the learners or few are the from others field also. Tribeni Gogoi, she is from
Yes.
Mangoldoi, Dorang, Assam. She did a BSc Zoology from IGNOU. I'm happy that you did your BSc from also IGNOU in Zoology honors, and did diploma in medicine and rural health from Medical Institute of Jorhat. She has finished all her course component of MSc Environment Science, and maybe next time she will be added with Masters in Environment Science. Currently, she is working as a community health officer in District Health Society, Dorong, under National Health Mission. Her hobby is to exploring nature, listening music, reading books. So, Tribeni, please come up and share your slides and how you face the project viva in organized by IGNOU 4. Please carry on.
Okay, sir.
Mm.
Sir, I'm sharing the slide.
Yes, yes.
Is it visible, sir?
No, some Bhaskar is visible.
No, sir, not yet.
What you do, you can.
No, no.
Uh,
I think Triveni, you go to your PPT now.
Okay, okay.
Open to PPT. Your window is open, but you open to PPT.
Is it visible, sir?
Not
Not yet.
I have opened the PPT. Is it visible?
no. What you do, again you stop presenting and then again start present. Stop presenting.
Okay, sir.
You choose entire screen. When you
Oh, okay.
share your screen, entire screen. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
You choose entire. You choose entire screen, then it will be okay.
Is it visible, sir?
No, some problems has arises.
Yes, yes, now it is visible.
But
Okay,
T
sir.
only T is coming. Okay, you show you. Ha. Yes, yes. Okay. Yes, yes.
Okay, sir. Good evening, everyone. My respected sir and my dear colleague. My topic of discussion is on biomedical waste management practices and its risks to human health and environment with special reference to Dorong district, Assam. First of all, biomedical waste is any waste containing infectious and potentially infectious materials. These wastes are generated during the diagnosis, treatment, immunization of human and animals. This can be in both liquid and solid forms. These are some pictures of biomedical waste, which includes remove body organs, which can be any amputated organ, teeth, or placenta, etc. Then use needles, syringes, gloves, masks, and blood soaked bandages and other instruments. Another biomedical waste, which may be from radioactive waste, which are used in cancer treatment of patient, and another chemical waste. Those are also called biomedical waste. My study aims to comprehensively understand biomedical waste management practices in Dorong district by achieving the following objectives. Some of the objectives are quantify the total volume of biomedical waste generated within the district to establish a baseline for waste generation. Then analyze and assess the various methods employed for the disposal of biomedical waste to determine their effectiveness and adherence to guidelines. Then evaluate the potential human health and environmental impacts arising from the current biomedical waste disposal practices, focusing on their effects. Then these are some research questions, which includes what are the various methods used for the disposal of biomedical waste in Dorang district, and effective how effective are these methods in terms of ensuring proper waste management and compliance with established guideli-
Some
guidelines?
people's match
What are the
huh?
potential human health
Huh?
hazards associated with the current biomedical waste disposal
Oh,
practices,
oh, you make
and
me
how do
first.
these hazardous effects how
Huh?
does this hazard affects healthcare
Okay.
workers, patients, and other local community and ecosystem? Then what are the environmental impacts resulting from the biomedical waste disposal practices in Dorang districts, specifically concerning the local ecosystem, and how do
How you
these
do this?
impacts contribute to ecological
Huh?
disturbances and pollution?
As co-host.
Then
Why?
I
From
have used
settings.
this research methodology, which include the study area, which are study area is my district, which is Dorong district, which includes many hospitals and nursing homes, etc. Then laboratories also. Other I have used descriptive research design, which helps in gathering the data from medical and laboratory facilities within the districts. Then methodology is also descriptive and quantitative. I have used. Then sampling and sampling size and technique.
Oh,
I
here.
have used simple random sampling with a sample size of 50. Then tools and data collection. Data collection techniques for the study. I have used survey, case studies, interviews, document analysis, and data records. And sources of data collection, which are primary and secondary sources. Primary sources includes medical health facilities, and secondary sources includes newspaper and articles and other research. Um, those are. Then key findings of my study is there are some points are here. High population density in Dorong district leads to an increase in biomedical waste generation, posing challenges for effective management, and lack of awareness among healthcare facilities and the general public about the proper disposal of biomedical waste exacerbates the problem. Then here two figures are included. To 2023, 2019 is what it was okay. Then due 2020 first wave of COVID was there. Then during this time, many people were infected with COVID-19, and there was very high production of biomedical waste was there. And then in 2021 COVID second wave, there was also a very high amount of biomedical waste generated during this period. Then after that, 2022 and 2023, it was declined to some amount. Then another in figure 2, uh, there is a graph during the early period of COVID-19, January February month. There was a huge upgradation of this curve is showing that biomedical waste was more produced at that time. Then there is a linear graph is showing which from February to May, June, February to June, and there was COVID was already exist there. That's why there is already biomedical waste already produced frequently. Then after that, during the month of June to July, there is again graph is straight upward, which indicate that there is much biomedical waste were produced. Then Dorong district faces a critical issue of inadequate dumping grounds or designated areas for the safe disposal of biomedical waste. Improper biomedical waste disposal practices are prevalent due to a lack of advanced technology and competent management authorities. Hazardous risks associated with improper biomedical waste disposal include contamination of water sources, soil pollution, and health hazards to residents and waste handlers. Biomedical waste can cause, if improperly disposal is done, then it may cause infection, spread of infection, which contaminate also water and ground also. Then it will cause air pollution also. During incineration of biomedical waste, there is a very high emission of gases produced. Then it may cause global warming also and air pollution also. Public awareness is very important for this aspect of biomedical waste disposal practices. Joint efforts involving healthcare institution. Sir, is it visible now?
Yes, yes, yes. Carry on,
Hello.
carry on. Yes, yes.
Okay, sir. Um, Joint efforts involving healthcare institutions, municipal authorities, and environmental agencies are necessary to mitigate the adverse effects of biomedical waste on both human health and the environment. Then, knowledge dissemination about the potential risks and safe disposal practices must be a priority to improve biomedical waste management in the district. Then, occupational safety measures for healthcare workers handling biomedical waste should be a priority to minimize health risks. Recycling and reusing strategies for non-hazardous biomedical waste materials should be explored to reduce the overall waste burden. Non-hazardous biomedical waste includes the infusion IV set, then uh, syringes also, then another glass materials and plastic, which include cannula, etc. Then this can be, if properly treated and autoclave, then this can be used, reused and recycle also. Then training and capacity programs for healthcare workers, waste handlers, and management authorities should be continuous to ensure adherence to best practices. Then utilization of modern waste management technologies such as autoclave, incinerator, uh, and should be encouraged safely to safely treat and dispose of biomedical waste. This is the autoclave, and these are some container, I mean to say bin. And then this is segregation of biomedical waste. On yellow bin, we dispose those human and anatomical tissue, soil waste, then expired medicine, solid wastes, then expired medicine, chemical waste, body fluids, etc. Then in red bin, we dispose contaminated waste and plastic bags. This then in white bins, we use scalpels, blades, needles, syringes, with fixed needles, sharp materials, needles for cutter, etc. And in blue bin, we dispose broken glasses, cytotoxic waste, which includes medicines also.
Triveni,
Then metallic.
Triveni.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think you finish here because time is very short. We have to running out of time. Huh? So thank you for your presentation. Hope you have faced beautifully your last presentation 19th, I think 19th of 19th of February you faced
Yes.
this Viva to New Delhi, and there you have presented this. So basically this Triveni's presentations is, what she prepared is for her experience. That is the things I want to tell other learners also. You what is your expertise, what is your working, what is your background knowledge? You can choose projects like this. So Triveni has chosen because of she is working in this biomedical works. So I hope she has taken. So she has the only idea ready. She becomes only things that she has to collect data from the various, as she referred, that she has collected either direct in secondary and primary both data. So she has, so primary data also collected, secondary also collected. So after that she has the analysis of this data. So I think it's good. Tribini, you can stop sharing and
Okay, sir.
mm, stop sharing. So thank you once again. I will now call our second presenter. Second presenter is Mr. Bhaskar Saikia. Is currently working as an assistant zoologist in Zoological Survey of India in Shillong Regional Center. His main area of research is on the taxonomy and distribution of amphibians of Northeast India. Over the years, he has extensive documented the amphibian diversity of Meghalaya, Mizoram, Assam, and Arunachal Pradesh. And in the process, leading to the discovery and description of 8 new species of frogs to science. So, to his credit, he has published more than 50 research papers, books, chapters, and books on amphibian taxonomy. So, I welcome you, Vaskar, and go for your presentation. You have lot of experience. Others, others will get some idea, data from you, and how to do these things. Those who have zoological background, they can do same types of things that Bhaskar has done. Okay, over to
Thank you, sir.
Bhaskar. Over to you.
Thank you, sir.
Mm.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Audible.
Good afternoon, sir. Respected Rahul, sir, and my dear friends and colleagues. Today, I'm going to present something on something called natural history, so the science behind natural history. So, before explaining, I will just tell you that my presentation is in 2 parts. Second part, I'm going to discuss a little bit on how I'm preparing my dissertation work. So, first of all, what is natural history? So, it's basically a branch of biology where we study not just the organism, but how they behave in the ecology and their evolution in the environment to give a deeper understanding of the diversity and dynamics of the earth. So it's how this interaction shapes the ecosystem. But before that, we have to understand what is a species. When we talk about ecosystem, there are so many different components of an ecosystem. But my research work is where I have to deal in taxonomy, which I'm coming in my next slide, what taxonomy is. But before that, I have to understand what a species is. So in nature, there could be lots of definition of species, but a species, what we understand is a biological species. As a biological species concept is a group of organisms that can reproduce with one another and they can produce fertile offspring. That is the most crucial definition. Of course, for microorganisms, the definition could vary, but this is for the higher groups of organisms. So my basic research work is on taxonomy, which is a very minor part of natural history science. And why it matters is, as you can see here, I have put 2 photographs of frogs. Or superficially, they look exactly similar, but on a closer examination, it reveals that they don't belong to the same species, but they belong to different genera or genuses. So taxonomy is the branch that actually do the identification of a species, their classification, and the proper way of naming a species. As we can all recall from our school days that a species can have a scientific name. So how scientific naming is done is also a part of taxonomy. Since my research work is on the amphibian taxonomy of Northeast India, so here I'm going to show some of the techniques that we employ for collecting frogs and other groups of amphibians from the wild. Basically, we do handpicking for larger organisms, larger specimens of amphibians. For aquatic frogs, we do aquatic net collection. Sometimes we do pit trap where we dig pits in the jungle. We put those traps so that we can collect overnight, and especially in areas where there are lots of dangers like elephants or tigers, we have to employ this because at night it's difficult to go for collection. And there are some certain group of amphibians which looks like a snake, but these are called Sicilians. These are burrowing types, so we have to do lots of soil digging to collect it. Now, collection habitats, we have over the years found that amphibians inhabit lots of different habitats, rivers, cascades, forests, water pools, and even we have found a lot of new records of frogs from caves. As we all know, Meghalaya is actually blessed with more than 1850 documented caves, and most of the caves harbor frogs around their vicinity. But deep inside the caves also, when we go for caving, a kilometer or 2 kilometers from the cave entrance, we have found profound population of frogs which are thriving there. Now, basic little bit, I will go technical on what we do after once we make the collection. When we collect a specimen from the wild, we have to preserve it. And after preservation, we go for species identification. So here is the 5 basic level of preservation techniques that we employ for frogs, where first of all, we have to euthanize the specimen. Then we have to inject some preservatives inside the specimen if the specimen is too large. And there are different other ways as it's highlighted here. Because of the paucity of time, I'm going to go swiftly. But most important thing is once the specimen is preserved, we go for species identification, specimen identification, where we compare the specimen with the basic literature that is available there, and also sometimes we compare with other museum specimen to get an idea of what species we are dealing with. And then once the specimen is identified, then we go for proper labeling, where we identify the specimen with the scientific, we attribute to the scientific name. If we don't find a species specimen having to attribute a specific name, then we have to think whether we are dealing with a new species at all. But that's a different steps. But beyond taxonomy, since my basic presentation today is on natural history, so as I told you, natural history is a very small, taxonomy is a very small part of natural history. But beyond that, after finding the naming the specimen, we also go for their life cycle studies, like their breeding biology, their food habit, what do they eat, and how do they breed. Those are the things that we have to study in the field. It also includes very interesting findings. As we all know, most frogs are, they have a tadpole stage, which, go for metamorphosis, and then they develop into adult form. Once the egg is hatched, they are, they become tadpoles, and tadpoles metamorphose into frogs. However, over the course of research, discovery has been made that there are certain group of frogs which are very tiny in size. They don't have a tadpole stage. They directly hatch into the adult form from the eggs. So this is also a part of natural history studies. Third is, and when we go for habitat and niche studies, we also found a thriving population of frogs inside caves of Meghalaya. Now, frogs are voracious eaters and feeders of insects and other things, but inside a cave environment, it's very rare to find such a thriving ecosystem of different trophic levels of the food chain. So how frogs are thriving inside the caves is such a mystery, because if you find one or two specimen of frog inside a cave, just inside the cave entrance is not a surprising thing. But we have found these frogs deep inside the caves, like 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer inside the cave, which is a completely dark zone. In the dark zone, there is no autotrophic elements, so that there is no food system except the detritus food system. And it's very unlikely that frogs would be surviving on a detritus food ecosystem, food chain. Now, this is something we are still researching to understand how frogs are thriving inside of caves in large numbers. Again, when we talk about frogs, we always say that frogs jump or they hop. But this was from Nongkhailam Wildlife Sanctuary in Ribhoi district, where one night we were just looking for frogs, and then suddenly we noticed that this frog was not jumping. They were just walking in a bipedal diagonal footfall sequence, just crouching position, walking like a tiger. Now, this is something after going some literature study, we found that there are certain frogs in the world where frogs are known to be walking instead of jumping. So again, part of natural history studies. Again, something is called cryptic species, where morphologically they look very similar to each other, but they are different species because they don't interbreed. But because taxonomy is mostly done with morphological characters, it's very difficult for us taxonomists to identify sometimes the species, due to which we either go for bioacoustic, the call differentiation, bioacoustic science, or we have to go for molecular studies to differentiate between the species. But that again is a very important part of taxonomy, where the newer science and innovations are required to differentiate between seemingly similar looking species, but they are different. The second problem is called polymorphism. What happens is they look very different, but they interbreed among themselves. So as per the definition of a species, they are single one species. Here you can see is a critically endangered endemic species of frog found in Shillong and its suburb. This is called Shillong, or this is Shillongages or Shillong bush frogs, commonly called as. So they have lots of different body structure, shapes and colors and all this thing, but they belong to single species. So polymorphism is another very interesting part of natural history study. Now, in the second part of my presentation, I'm coming to the dissertation work. So I'm going to share what I have taken for my dissertation work, which I'm going to submit next month. The topic is the creation of baseline data to study the impact of climate change on amphibians in Meghalaya, where I have seven objectives. But most of the objectives, data has already been prepared. So I'll just go through. First objective was to correlate and find out the total diversity of amphibians found in Meghalaya, and under this following families, I have recorded 57 species of amphibians. For this, I have used three approach. First is literature study, second is field service, and third is lucky enough I work in the same department where we have lots of this data. So using all this data that we have in the Museum of Zoological Survey of India Shillong office, so this number has been arrived. So this is the data. This is documenting the diversity. One of the objectives also include differentiating between the species which are endemic. Endemic meaning the one that are not found anywhere else in the state, but only in Meghalaya, any other place outside the state. So I have also sorted out the endemic species of amphibians found in Meghalaya. Second is Wildlife Protection Amendment Act. As we know, 1972 Wildlife Protection Act was passed, but last year there was a big amendment done in August 2022. Sorry, August 2022, 2 years back, and accordingly, different schedules are attributed to different species. So I have also shortlisted those. And there's something called IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature, where they also do different kind of categorization of species based on the threat perception of the species, like critically endangered, all these things. So I have also did that. And the last thing I did was CITES. CITES is an intergovernmental international agreement between different countries. CITES stands for Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, where this different threat and different categories are attributed to species, so that the international trade is regulated and it's not detrimental to the this thing. So these are the data that I am sharing with you regarding my dissertation work. And at last, I have two more slides where I just want to show the photographs of recent frog species which were discovered by JSI team, where luckily I was part of the team that made those discoveries. So since 2017, we have discovered and described 8 new species of frogs through science. So these are the glimpses. The last one is called Amelos siju, which was last year described from Siju Cave in South Garo Hills. This is the first new species discovery from a cave ecosystem from Northeast India, and second from India. So this is a new species of frog that we have described and discovered. So these are the photo credits, and thank you very much, sir, for this opportunity.
Thank you, Bhaskar. You have
So,
a lot of cover, did lot of patience research. I think what I understand, catching a frog in a wild and identifying is a very patience work.
yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
roaming here and there and going to places. Okay, so other can see this type of work. How need the patience for getting a one species, new species. We need how much species. So hopefully you understand the data collection, and you have to give enough time. Enough
Yes.
time in data collections, everything needs enough time. So this is the one where you can learn from this presentation, that roaming in jungles and others. Huh? So just thank you, Bhaskar. So
Sir.
let us now go to our third presenter, Asif Ahmed Hazarika. Um, I please listen. He is a tiger researcher and conservation biologist. He is an conservation biologist working in Northeast India, especially in Arunachal and Assam. He has long experience in working with different organizations like WWF, Worldwide World
Wildlife Fund.
Wildlife Fund, BNHS, USFWS, and currently with Wild Survey Northeast. He is exclusively working on the wildlife of Arunachal Pradesh more than 20 years. Since last 8 years, he is working on a tiger field study project in eastern Arunachal Pradesh. His focus research area is Kamlang Tiger Reserve and the surrounding contiguous landscape. He is studying and understanding the status of tiger population in his landscape and their ecology, and threat to the species due to construction of hydroelectric project. I think new hydraulic project come up in Kamlang, na? No. So, how about to you, Asif Hajarika? Hmm.
Thank you very much, sir, and a very good afternoon. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, yes. You are. Hmm.
Yes. A very good afternoon to you and everybody here. Yes. Yes, I am happy to be here to be sharing some of my research results and other things with you. The time is very brief. Even then, I will try to share what is the major achievements that I have achieved since last some time, especially during this project for the MSc dissertation. I works basically. First of all, I would like to give a brief introduction to the works that I had been doing. Since last several years, I had been working in Eastern Arunachal in different species, and since last 8 to 10 years exclusively on the status of tigers. So tigers is a species that is distributed all over Arunachal, but rarely seen and rarely tracked because of the terrains and the different landscapes. So it is quite hard to locate a tiger in this landscape. So that is why it has taken quite lots of time to detect the first big cat in that area. And when I encountered the first big cat, it was the biggest day of my life. So after that, again, we lost track of the tiger. So different get a tiger in this area. So let us now first talk about.
How made them? Do you explain them?
So let us now talk about the subject that I am working on.
You go and tomorrow. Otherwise, they will issue you some.
My subject is
First
that.
means and go with the one copy of letter and tell
Section.
them that you give our duty, polling duty, no issue, because we have only 7 or 8 staff. Okay, sorry. So explain them that we have. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm going to the slides now, sir.
Explain them that we are only 7 staffs. Hi. Hello. Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
yes, yeah.
Please continue.
Yeah,
Actually, I didn't see that my microphone is on position. Huh?
তাত কি হ'ল তাত যোৱা নাই
Your problem?
wait Hello, sir.
Ah,
Is it showing?
no. What you go? Bhaskar, can you help? Bhaskar?
Sir, Asif da,
Ah,
you upload that you present now. You click the middle icon that before the above the taskbar there are 9 icons. No, the middle one by the beside the side of the hand and between this
yes.
smiley and hand. Okay, so you click there.
Present now. We'll go.
You go for present now.
Present.
Then you go for entire screen.
Yeah.
Once you click the present now, you will go for entire screen.
The present is not showing, just share is showing here.
Yeah. You just click
The share.
click that up arrow. Click that up arrow in the by the side of the hand. Left side of the hand. Okay, you click there.
Yes.
A window will pop up.
Yes, window has popped up, but share
Yeah,
is just showing share only.
No. You click entire screen. Then select on the screen.
Now entire screen is selected.
Okay. Did you click
Middle
on the
click.
small
In the
window of
middle
the
you click.
yeah?
Figure you click. Figure. In the middle you click, then share.
Asif, then after clicking entire screen, did you see a small pop-up window of the same screen, the larger screen? You click there.
Click and share.
You click on that, then the share button will be selected.
Yeah, share button is not showing up here.
No. In the entire screen, when you click, then do you see a small pop-up window again inside the? Yes. There you click. There you click.
Yes.
Now, yes. Then now you go to this one, PPT, the PPT which is open. You go to your PPT. Yes, click there. Go for
Yes.
slideshow and it's visible. Go for slideshow. Yes, go for slideshow.
Slideshow. No, slideshow. From here.
It's visible.
Okay, is it visible now?
Yes, Asif.
So can you go ahead?
Yes. Yes, continue, please. Continue.
Yeah. So this is the my work is on Eastern Arunachal to assess the presence, absence, and population distribution survey of tigers in Kamlang Tiger Reserve, Arunachal Pradesh, and the study on the impact of the proposed Lower Dimui hydroelectric project on the tiger habitat. So as you know, the Eastern Arunachal is a thickly vegetated forested area. So tigers are there, but it is difficult to find them. So after some long years of work, we have established a presence of tiger in that area. But recently, the dams had come up there, and my work has now culminated to that point at where I have to study the presence of tiger as well as the threat to the tiger due to the construction of the dam. So that is the subject of my dissertation MSc. So that is it. So about the area, the eastern part of Arunachal Pradesh, the eastern part, that my study area starts from the east of Dibang River up to Kamlang Tiger Reserve up to the Namdafa Tiger Reserve. So it is a huge area, the entire Eastern Arunachal arc. But for this particular study, I have chosen Kamlang Reserve Forest and Kamlang Tiger Reserve. The total area is about 1900 square kilometer. It is a huge area. So that is the area for the study of this particular research component. So that's it. And why this study is necessary? This study is necessary as tiger is distributed in Northeast India in several areas, particularly in Assam, Arunachal, and to some extent in Meghalaya's Garo Hills. And so a pilot study for the species has been carried out by me since last several years, and this pilot study has revealed the presence of tiger in some areas. But for further carrying out the study to make it more authentic, I have to carry out some more studies on this area after the reconnaissance survey to establish the status of tiger in Kamlang in a planned manner. So this is essential. Firstly, why this study is necessary? This study is necessary to establish an accurate scientific data based on the population of the species and the distribution within the park. So that has been established after the first phase. So second part is that another objective is to study the threat to this area due to the construction of the Lower Dimwe hydroelectric project. Actually, as you can understand, there are lots of dams hydroelectric project had been designed for the eastern Arunachal, particularly in Lohit and Dibang rivers. So in Lohit, they have initially started 2 dams upstream, and later on they cancelled those 2 dams and brought the dam to the lower part of the river just near the Kamlang Tiger Reserve. So that was the most threatening part. So that was called the Dimwe Lower Hydroelectric Project. It was just on the northern part of Kamlang Tiger Reserve in the heart of my study area. So the objective of this study and is to camera trap as much as possible the area and to get to capture some tigers there. And the next important step is to analyze the tiger's presence through sign surveys. Sign surveys are of several types. That is the first and priority. First degree of sign is pug marks, then sketch, then scraps, then facial matters, and the fifth is tiger kills. So these are sign surveys, and the first priority is camera trapping. So in these areas, camera trapping is quite difficult because you can't get a tiger to come up to the cameras due to the dense foliage and the difficult terrain. So the sign survey provides the first authentic indication of the presence of tigers in this area. So the third objective is to analyze the data of the presence and absence of tigers. The analyzing is done basically through one software called Capture. It is one of the best software that analyzes the presence of wild animals in the wild. It is called Capture. Now several versions of Capture had developed, and we have also developed some other methodologies with some US organizations and things like that. So after that, my other objective is to prepare a digital map of that area indicating the presence of tigers. And the third set of objective is to potentially study the threat caused by the Dimwe hydroelectric project to the tigers and his habitat. And as part of the third group of objective is to seek a solution to mitigate the threat to the tiger habitat from the hydro project. So the method is that I employed for this survey is that the 800 square kilometer Kamlang Tiger Reserve has been divided into 4 sample blocks or units, and each block is divided into 3 grids or cells. Similarly, 900 square kilometer Kamlang reserve forest area has been compartmentalized into 3 survey blocks. So this is the area of my study. This is the Kamlang reserve forest area, the first part, the greener part, and the brown part is the Kamlang Tiger Reserve. So this is a huge area. It is almost 1900 square kilometer, and the dam is constructed on the northern part of this area. So the result so far is that the project study has confirmed the presence of 7 to 8 tigers in the core area, that is in the Kamlang Tiger Reserve area, and 4 to 5 tigers in the buffer area, that is the Kamlang Reserve Forest area. So these results are now in the preliminary stage. Further study is going on under the second phase of the study, and after that I can give out the final figure of the accurate number of big cats present in this very highly volatile and important landscape. So now let us talk about the identification of threats to tiger and its habitats in this area. The thing is that there are several threats that have been identified by this study. The first threat is that the area is vast and the tigers are distributed far between. That is the most harder part for the research work. You can't go and find tigers very closely like in Kaziranga, like in Ranthambore and other tiger reserves. Here you will find tiger far between. So that is the most difficult part, and that is also a challenge. The second part is that the prey species on which the tiger feeds are low here. The prey population is quite low. So that is one of the threat that may in the long term may prove to be very serious. And the third problem is that in the southern part of the Kamlang area, that is near the Namdafa area, there are heavy poaching threats. There is a tribe called Lichu that regularly kills tigers. So that is also a threat. And the fourth problem is that the area is heavily fragmented in some part, particularly in the lower areas near the Lohit River. It is heavily fragmented. So that is a threat. And the most final and full threat to the area is the construction of the Dimue hydroelectric project. That was the fifth threat and the most serious threat, and that need to be addressed somehow. And I hope that my research work will somehow throw some light as to how to mitigate that threat. So it is quite important that this research go in the right direction and a very positive result is achieved. So that I have also developed a set of recommendation as far as this point of time is concerned. Further recommendation will be prepared after the submission of the project and the start of the next phase of the research. So the first long-term research for tiger is needed. So that is recommendation number one, and that I am going to do in the long run. Stringent enforcement measure to prevent poaching is needed. Encroachment in the fringe areas should be reclaimed and the encroachers should be removed from that area, and those areas should be reclaimed and reforested. And fourthly, the important recommendation as far as technical parameters are concerned is to lower the height of the Dimwe Dam. So the dam, if the height of the dam is lowered, then the inundated area will be reduced. So less area will come under the water body and less forest will be drowned. So that is important. So the final recommendation is that if the government agrees to that, the height of the Damwe hydroelectric project dam should be brought down by several meters. If it is only brought down by a few meters also, lower amount of land will be drawn by the water. So that is the recommendation. So that's it. That is the final of my presentation, and hope I have thrown some light on my works, and I hope I have served the purpose.
Yes, yes. I think it's very good, and you are also having some critical issue regarding tiger uh, finding means this project is a very challenging, no? So you are
Right,
doing
sir.
in a certain area where many odd things are there. So yes,
Yes, sir.
you have to face the challenges and mitigate this challenge.
And
Um,
there are insurgency problems is there also in this
yes,
area.
yes, because it is not your comfort zone. It is not your
Right.
comfort zone. This is an
This
where the many because man and wild has always have some conflict. So there has to be resolve this issue, no? So we
right,
should
sir.
resolve this issue.
The, the longer time we keep studying that area, the greater will be the results. So we can't just leave that area. So definitely some positive things will come up in the future.
How many tiger populations are there in this?
The thing is that, sir, you can't say precisely that this much tiger exists. But as far as my study is concerned, I can assess that 6 to 8 tigers are there in the core area and 4 to 5 tigers in the buffer area, that is the Kamlang RF area. So that is the general assessment. The final result will be coming when we will assess the grid indicators, means all the data that we have got from the grid, we can correlate them and then we can bring about things.
Okay. Someone, Shonali Chakraborty wants to have question. Please, Kelly.
Yes, please go ahead.
Shonali, you raise your hands. You want to have any question? Have you wants to ask any question?
No, sir, no questions. It
Okay,
was a
okay,
mistake,
okay.
sir.
So here our third speaker have finished their his presentation. Now I our last and foremost experienced researcher. I will call him as in his 20 years of experience, research experience. So,
Yes, sir.
Dr. Okay, I invite Dr. Bhigu Prasad Sekia, currently working as. Are you there, Bhigu?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Bhigu Prasad Sekia currently working as senior environmental specialist at Brahmaputra Bridge project at Guwahati. Dr. Shaikia did his MSc in geology in the year 2004 and PhD in science on ecology of Asian elephant Elephas maximus Lin 1758 in Manas National Park in 2011. He did masters in mass communication and journalism in 2011, postgraduate degree in business management in 2005. So he has so many degrees in his pocket. Dr. Bigus Prasad Sekia is an ecologist, biodiversity, and environmental specialist. He has 20 years of research experience, as I told, in project focusing on ecosystem management, wildlife conservation, biodiversity enumeration and conservation, environmental protection, both at natural and community level. He worked as a project manager in the field of biodiversity and environmental studies such as wildlife biology, biodiversity and ecology, field surveys, both terrestrial and aquatic, project management and coordination, environmental monitoring, environmental management, biodiversity offset, and ecosystem support as services. So I invite Dr. Saikia, please carry forward your presentation.
Okay, so I'll take 2-3 minutes to show my work at the field. Then I'll describe my project preparation, and it is still the work is going on. So just prepared, and up to objective and significance I have prepared. Results are still I'm not done. So I think people will have some benefit from it. So I'll show next 8 minutes how I prepared my this project. That I also, and I'll show a very short presentation on my work.
Shonali, please mute your microphone.
I think it is coming now, sir. My
Yes,
presentation.
yes.
Yes, sir. So I also work in a in inland water transport Assam project. So that is under the government of Assam. So this has been funded by the World Bank. So all the bank funded projects now they are very stringent in this for environmental compliances. Means while doing any construction or any developing any project, so there shall not be any impact on the local environment and environmental baseline and all endangered species or any other biodiversity, and also the social angle they sees. So here dolphin is present at the Guwahati this Brahmaputra river. So to protection of this dolphin, so World Bank insisted that all measures should be taken so that not a single dolphin will be harmed or died during construction. So they asked us to take the strict action so that the dolphin safety can be uh, this applied and monitored. So dolphin safety during construction, how we maintain. First thing, this is the jetty construction at this near Sukleswar Ghat. The first thing is the not to disturb their habitat. So again, second thing, to maintain their safety while approaching the jetty construction areas. For that, we are maintaining the no vessel zone. Means if dolphin is there, we are not allowing any vessel to movement in those areas. So again, second is while pile driving, this is the construction of the RCC piles. So we give the noise abatement to the these bubble curtains, and then we are also using the hydrophones for underwater monitoring, because we can see dolphin very rarely by our bare eyes. So we are using the underwater monitoring devices such as hydrophones. So these are the hydrophones we are using. to just to monitor the ultrasound emitted by the dolphin. It is more than 20,000 hertz, so we cannot hear it with a bare our ears. So we are using the hydrophones for listening to the dolphin sound. If we get the dolphin sound, means dolphins are present near our site, then we stop our construction activity for 30 minutes or so, or dolphin left till the dolphin left the area. And if they are not left the area within within half an hour, then we deploy the dolphin deterrent devices. These devices, if we apply, then dolphin leaves the area. Means anyhow, at any condition, we have to ensure the safety of the dolphin during this kind of invasive construction, these projects. So these are the things, these lots of this work, sand mining is going on, which is detrimental to the biodiversity and this wildlife at the Brahmaputra River. That's why this is very important for the safety of the species. Then we also do the underwater sonar monitoring also. Means we can miss with the hydrophone, then we are doing that with a sonar. Then these are the awareness we make among these managers, then vessel operators, boat operators, etc. So that dolphin will remain safe. So these are the awarenesses with the these safety managers and among the laborers. So this is the dolphin deterrent devices. So we apply these devices into the water. So within 500 kilometer dolphin, they goes away. And if we take out the device, they again comes. So during construction time, so we are applying this device, and the dolphin remains away from the construction zone. So these are the this how we this apply the dolphin this construction safety measures. So this is organization chart, and we have also help of the other departments like the Assam Forest Department. If something happens, then what will happen? Though we have formed the dolphin rescue team. In the rescue team, who are there? Assam Forest Department is there, Inland Water Transport is there, then contactor person. Then contactor person is going to give the any presence or any injury or something like that information to the Inland Water Transport Department. They will give the immediate information to the range forest officer, DFO, veterinary doctor for rescuing. But no such incident had happened. The project is at the ending stage. So this is Gangating dolphin, how we monitor. We monitor them on daily basis. Then population, we monitor them on monthly basis, because we wish that population should not go down in than what was there before the start of the project. So dolphin population monitoring was necessary. So these were the population monitoring. Then habitat survey was done, the bathymetric survey equipment. This is the bathymetric survey equipment. So we did, this is near the Soraikat bridge. So this is upstream of the this project site. Dolphin surfacing is there. This is near Sukresho Ghat. So now what my proposed this project work for my MSc dissertation is the impact of this bridge construction on the dolphin population. So that I want to study. In many papers I have found that after this construction of the these bridges, so usually dolphin gets new habitats, and whether those things are right or wrong, and whether this population remains at the same level or not, those I want to see. So this is the construction going on for us at the Brahmaputra bridge. So I'm now going to the this my project what I wrote. So this was the project that I have prepared and I sent to IGNOU for permission and all. So this topic, I took the population and distribution of Ganges river dolphin in the Brahmaputra river section within the Guwahati city limits. Because what I chose is I had limited my study only within the Guwahati city. Because time is not much for my dissertation, so I cannot go to study the dolphin population in the entire Brahmaputra river. So I have what I did, I have chosen the area within the Guwahati city limits. So then my effort will be less and study will be more intensive, so that I get a very concrete result on the population and their impacts, this construction impacts on their population, if any. So this was the forms prepared by me. So table of content I have prepared. So first is the introduction. At the chapter introduction, what I wrote is I describe what is dolphin. Means if tomorrow, if somebody reads my dissertation, then they should know that on what species I am writing about. So I wrote about the local name of the dolphin, which is known as a hiu in Assam, then where it is found, then it is what is the IUCN category, means IUCN threatened list. It has been enlisted as endangered. So those things, and what I did is I have added references. Supposing this, if I have said something that river dolphin is present in Ganges, Brahmaputra, Meghna, and then Karfofulis and Sangha River. So those references I have found where this Mohan et al. Wrote one paper, then Sinha et al. Wrote one paper, Smith et al. Wrote one paper. From there, I have got this information. Means in our dissertation or research paper, we have to give our this one. We have to write the author's name where we have got the information. If I'm not giving this information, it will go into the plagiarism. So that is very bad for the for our research works. Then these things I have given, and everywhere whatever I wrote, I have given the this author's name where from these things has been taken. Even if this from Patna University, they were doing something on the dolphin, those things also been taken. Basically, in introduction chapter, what I did, I introduced my topic, that is the dolphin, and my target was that I am going to study the population of dolphin population in Brahmaputra River. Then what I did, I describe everything on a international level, means on a bigger platform. First part, if we see, I have described. Then population density in international area in India, then distribution, then dispersal, then habitat use. These are all referred, means already somebody has done work. Then from there I have took. So then what I did, then I zeroed down to Gangetic dolphin study in Brahmaputra River. Now I am coming to a very narrow area, means who did the research on the dolphin in the Brahmaputra River. Suppose the Mohan did, then Biswasen Borua did, then Boiragi did, then Kulsiroy, then Wakit did, then Soikia did. All this information I have included here. Now what they found, those things also I have included. Supposing this 0.7 density has been found in 2000, before 2004, after that, present density how much, then who are the authors who got this. So those things I have been describing in this. Then at this part, at the last part of the introduction, what I did, now I am hence justifying the why I am doing this research. Hence I have written that there is a need for investigating the population of dolphin, Ganges dolphin, river dolphin, and distribution in this section of Brahmaputra River, because the new this construction is coming up, jetty construction is coming up, Brahmaputra beach construction is coming up. So for knowing the baseline, to recording the baseline, so I need to do what? I need to study the dolphin population in the Guwahati city limits of Brahmaputra River. Then I narrowed down very small area, so that I can do my research work within this short time duration. Then objective of the study, then I have chosen based on this small area. So what I did, then I will do the enumeration of Ganges river dolphin population in Brahmaputra River section within the city limits of Guwahati. Means even in the objective also I have written that I'll do only within the city limits of Guwahati. Then dolphin habitat I will study, I wrote in this Guwahati. Then what I will do after doing these two, then I will study the impact of ongoing beach construction on the Ganges river dolphin. And how I'll do on day-to-day basis. Suppose during night time they don't do the construction in the river. Yes, and they do the construction during daytime. So those impact I can see during construction time period of the day and during non-construction of the period of the day. So those differences I can see. If I wait till the end of the bridge, then I cannot do my dissertation. That's why what I choose in a day the construction period of the day and non-construction period of the day, and I'll see the difference how the beach construction is impacting the dolphin population and distribution. Then I wrote here the methodology and methods. So here, why methodology? Because lots of people has wrote different methods. Then I will study their methods and I will find out which is very much similar with my habitat. Then I will choose my methods. Hence, I have written methodology and methods. So study area I have season and study area map I have given here. Then study design I have made. Then how I am going to do the research. Supposing I am going to take the first I am going to prepare a GIS map. Already have seen. Then while white channels habitat inhabited, how I'll do the is this with a line transit, how I'll do the population estimation. So this method I have chosen from the IUCN method. Then how I'll do the estimation of group size, those I have written. Then habitat information, how we'll get. Then dolphin survey, how I will design, in which period of the day I will do my survey, and in near the Brahmaputra beach construction site, and how many person will be there, what equipment I will take with me, the GPS, then GI, this GIS, this map, then this best and how temperature of the water and depth, those things I will take. This I have already planned here to gather the data. So why this is necessary? Because even if for doing any research, while going for doing any field survey, if we cannot if we cannot decide what we are going to collect, then what we have to do, supposing I have collected 5 parameters and I may left 3 more parameters data in the field. That's why this is very much necessary to design what data I am going to collect. And this is the way how I am going to move in a boat, because for population survey we need a boat. Then the impact of beach construction, how I'm going to do, what I have already described. Then underwater dolphin monitoring, already I have shown the machines. Then tools, what I'm going to use. So already if you have done the practical in the Edman College, so every practical we have to write all this. Then GIS software, Garmin GPS, DL, digital SLR camera, Garmin sonar, machine both survey for the survey, those things I need. So these already are in my possession because I'm working with the contractor, so they are providing me. Then still my research results is not there. So for project preparation, so we had to write the utility and scope of the work. And very cleverly, if you go with the objective, then it will become our scope of the work. Here, if you can remember my objective, then here you can see this study will help the enumeration of Ganges River dolphin population. Means objective I wrote that I will study the dolphin population. Here, scope is that. So this study will help in knowing the dolphin population in Brahmaputra River within the city limits. Again, this study will help in knowing the dolphin habitat. Then the study will help in knowing the impact of ongoing beach construction on Ganges River dolphin. Those things we can put it as a scope of the work. Then future direction of the investigation of the problem studied means how it will help in future, or how it will direct the future research. Those things I have written here. Supposing there shall be efforts to conservation of this endangered species based on my data, and future supposing some construction work will come, then how they will proceed. They will at least know the information that where dolphin are present, because with this report they can know the location of the dolphin in river dolphin. So this has been there. And what I will do after doing my fieldwork, I will write after this chapter. In place of this chapter, I will write the result chapter. Then after that I will write the dissertation chapter. And what we have to do, we have to always write or include the references. Supposing these were the references, what I told no in the first page. Supposing this Boiragi did the research in 1997. What they did, they published a paper on the status of residential population of Ganges River dolphin in Kulsi River in Northeast India. So these kind of research papers, I have taken the help and I have analyzed it, and I have used their data and methods in my research. So this is my short presentation, how we can write our proposal. And thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bhigu Prasad Saikia. You explain everything from the scratch to how to go for literature survey, then how to set your objective, then how to go set your methodology, and then finally your project. So it's a very brief way you explain everything. Hope everybody understands your what you want to say, and This is very helpful to others. Someone raised hands. Please go ahead with the Nilakshi and Raksen. Please go ahead with your question. Hello. Good evening. I don't understand. Huh? Uh, 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 uh. You have to contact study center. See, you have to contact study center. Fast. Okay. Contact study center. I also don't know.
No question is there, so I'm winding up.
No, there is so okay, so I hope there is no question. All of you understand. However, these things has been recorded and being our YouTube channel. You can check this our YouTube channel for clarifications, and hopefully you can do good projects in future. And this will continue. We'll go for another session in next month or maybe April to those who have some good quality of research. So this will again somebody raise hands. You want to say something? Want to ask something? Will you want to nail? There is some more hands raised. Carry on, carry on. So many raise our hands, but you are not speaking. Hello.
Sir,
Yes, yes. Continue.
my reason is it was Asif's sharing population of tiger population.
Okay. Asif.
Go ahead.
Can
Yes, yes.
I ask the question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Asif is there? Are you
Yeah,
hearing Asif?
yeah, I can hear you. Please go.
While you are sharing your tiger population of especially in Arunachal and Assam, I think you are mentioning about Meghalaya from the
Yeah,
Garo Hills. You know,
yeah,
other serving from the Meghalaya Garo Hills also
yeah.
tiger population.
No, under this project I am not serving, but when earlier I was working in that area, in Balpakram National Park, and in
Okay.
particularly in southern Garo Hills area, there are tigers. Maybe right now in Meghalaya, tigers is only found in Garo Hills, means in the Khasi Hills and in Jaintia Hills. There, I can, as far as I can say, there is no tiger. Maybe one or two tiger can be found if proper survey is made in in Bhoy area. That's it. But in Garo Hills, there are tigers.
So, sir, can survey already? That means how many tigers are there in Garo Hills,
No,
especially
especially
Western
a
part?
specific figure I cannot give you because I haven't carried out any thorough survey in Garo Hills. But during my other works, sporadically I have come across tiger pug marks, tiger scratch marks, and other evidences that suggested that tigers are there in Balpakram.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next. Next, please. Anyone else? Otherwise, we will wind up the session. If you don't have any question, then we are on the session. Lastly, I have to thank our four speaker today, learner speaker, Tribeni Gogoi, Bhaskar Sekia, Asif Ahmed Hazarika, and Dr. Bhiku Prasad Sekia for giving wonderful presentation and elaboration of all these things. How can you do data collection? How they are basically data collection? How they face this project in preparation and finally the submission. So we'll hopefully we'll again another session in next month, next month. So those who are interested, they can come forward and send me an email. I'll do the necessary necessary session in this. So thank you all for your thank you all the participant, all the speaker who are present there, and from the 2:30 p.m. to till there is near about 5:15. So well, thanks all.
We'll meet again then. Well,
Thank you, sir.
bye.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you very
Bye
much,
bye.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.